From the 11th of February to the 11th of June 2023, the Rijksmuseum Twenthe, in collaboration with the Danish Nivårgaards Malerisamling, are showing the first solo exhibition on the life and work of the Italian Renaissance painter Sofonisba Anguissola in the Netherlands. The exhibition shows 18 works of her own hand, supplemented with 3 works by her sisters Lucia and Europa, a few small comparative prints by contemporaries, and 3 objects. Together, they form a wonderful cross-section through her life as an artist, in which you can clearly witness her remarkable talent and skills. Anguissola is one of the most talented portrait artists of the Italian 16th century, esteemed by Vasari and Michelangelo, famous for her innovative compositions. Sofonisba Anguissola was born in Cremona, as the eldest daughter of Amilcare Anguissola, Bianca Ponzone, both from noble birth. In Renaissance Italy, women were no longer considered inferior in thought and capacity. They were crucially able to support, mold and change the politics, culture and the economic fabric of society. In this line, all Anguissola got a thorough education that included the fine arts. Amilcare Anguissola saw learning to paint as a part of the new humanist education for a woman of a high social standing. Because of this, she never sold a single one of her paintings. Around 1546, Sofonisba and her sister Elena were sent to study with Bernardino Campi, a respected portrait and religious painter of the Lombard school. They were not allowed to study with the other art students, and lived at the house of Bernardino Campi, under the tutelage of his wife. In 1549, when Campi moved to another city, the Anguissola sisters continued their studies with painter Bernardino Gatti, known as Il Soggero, a pupil of Correggio's. The self-portraits she paints during this period show her as a noble woman and a woman of virtue. She is always dressed in similar clothing, a simple black dress with a white undershirt. Inscriptions on these self-portraits show us that she identifies herself as Virgo. In 1573, when she was around 40, she married a Sicilian man named Fabrizio de Moncarda by proxy, and they moved to Paterno. De Moncarda was said to be supportive of her painting. The marriage only lasted 5 years, when her husband died during a pirate attack. 2 years later, during a journey by sea, she fell in love with a young naval captain, the Genovese Orazio Lomellini, who was of lower nobility than Anguissola. In 1584, she married him against the wishes of her brother, and of her noble coterie. They lived in Genoa, and during this period she focused on painting religious artworks. In her later life, they moved to Palermo. Sofonisba Anguissola passed away on the 16th of November 1625, at the age of 93. Lomellino placed an inscription on her tomb in San Giorgio dei Genovesi in Palermo that insisted upon his wife's immense talent. It reads, "To Sofonisba, my wife, who is recorded among the illustrious women of the world, outstanding in portraying the images of man." Orazio Lomellino, in sorrow for the loss of his great love, in 1632, dedicated this little tribute to such a great woman.